also altitude and speed, setting everything for the following aircraft.
Aaron, do you see him to the south there?
I sure do.
Okay, so if you peer to the south, you'll see landing lights on. This is the Mooney Caravan mass arrival. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this as they start coming in.
The first aircraft, the lead, is flown by, his call sign is Buzz, but it's Phil Verghese. And Phil's been with the Caravan for years, and it takes a number of years to become lead. So he's got the experience and the knowledge. You might also know that his brother is a writer, a New York Times bestseller, Phil Verghese. He's written a book called The Covenant of Water and also Cutting Through Stone.
So we see some folks starting to go up to the flight line to watch the Mooney mass arrival. The first element's down.
330 at 12,
Yes, the first element is down, and if you'll notice, we have the one and landing on 36L left, and we have 3 landing on 36 right. So when they're on final, the lead plane will kiss off, if you will, the 3 plane to essentially land on their own on the right side of 36. And that's what we're witnessing now.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of 63 Mooney aircraft to come in to Oshkosh 2026.
You know that these pilots are very experienced. They have to go through quite a bit of training. We have regional clinics where you have to qualify.
Good Mooney flight, welcome to Oshkosh.
And we have a number of experienced pilots flying this year. There are 2 pilots that have been flying in the Caravan since 1998. And that would be, their call signs are Raptor and Pepper. And they've been flying the Caravan for, I guess, the past 27 years now.
That is correct. We also have, if I can add about our lead pilot, Buzz. He's been flying since...
360 at 9 is up 16.
Caravan, I think since 2012. It's his first year as a lead. He is a CFI, so he's currently a certified flight instructor. He's also got his FFI card. So when we talk about safety, that's tantamount to what this group does. There's a whole lot of trust. You're essentially following somebody and mimicking their every move, and that's essential to staying safe. They use geometry in order to maintain that formation. Buzz is passionate. He is addicted, I'm told, to the formation flying that is done by the Mooney Caravan. And he really looks forward to this event every year because we get together with family, and the Caravan is all about family.
That's for sure. In fact, the whole Oshkosh experience can be related a little bit to that. Fred, let's talk about individual aircraft types for a minute. Are there a lot of different Mooney types?
Oh my gosh. You know, Mooney Aircraft started making airplanes in, I think it was either 1948 or 49. And they continued on until 2006. So the first airplanes that they made were Mooney Mites. They were single-engine airplanes, retractable gear airplanes. But of the 11,000 airplanes that they built, the most popular airplane is the J model. And they were made between, I believe, 1977 into the 90s. And I have to admit that I think Hot Lips and I think that is the best airplane because those are the ones that we own.
Without a doubt.
Now, Aaron, one of your family members is flying in today. Who would that be?
So my husband,
350 at 12,
is flying in.
Is he landed yet?
I don't believe Romeo has landed yet.
Still coming in. So are you going to give him a record as far as the type of landing? Like, that was a 10, darling? Or that was a 2?
Luckily, most landings are a 10. He's very proficient. He's also one of the FFI card holders in the group, so he participates in clinics pretty much that service our squadron, which is the Mid-Atlantic. And as an FFI card holder, he's one of the folks who goes up as a safety pilot with newbies who are interested in joining the Caravan to ensure that they have all of the skills required to participate and follow all the protocols to be safe.
You know, that was my next question. What if somebody wants to become a part of your group? Fred, what do they do?
Yeah, there are 7 squadrons across the United States, and they're kind of centrally located in regions. And if you want to join the Mooney Caravan, well, you need a Mooney, but we have allowed Pipers and Also, there's an RV flying this year. I don't know how they got there. But number one, there's a tent down in North 40 that you can come down to and talk to the Mooney group. Maybe even get a slice of pizza. If you kind of
Place doing great job. You all look good.
But they have clinics usually between January and May around the United States. One in January is down in Yuma,
Wind
Arizona.
330 at 12, gust 15.
In the southwestern part of the United States. But there's also clinics and regional squadrons in the upper Midwest, the East Coast, California, also Texas, and
Roger, thank you, bud.
I believe Kansas City there. Those are the Flying Monkeys, I think they're called.
Fred, one other thing we probably just lightly checked on. Everybody just didn't gather in formation this morning. What was it like getting set up as you staged last night? And where was it?
Oh my gosh, so we started out, we all fly together into, well, separately fly into Madison, Wisconsin. We all congregate there. And typically we get there about Thursday and are able to fly practice formation just to sharpen our skills, and if somebody hasn't qualified to fly formation, they can do it at that point. That didn't happen this time because we had IFR conditions at Madison. But there is a briefing. We have, of course, meals together, but then there's a briefing on Friday night for both the passengers and then also a separate briefing.
Wind 340 at 10, gust 15.
Going through all safety considerations, all the emergency procedures, what happens if I have to go around, what do I do? If I take off and I get a flat tire and take off, what do I do? So there is a lot of safety built into this. So that's our briefing. We get a briefing sheet. We get all the times that we're supposed to be at certain locations, what time we show up into the airport, what time we get into the airplane, what time we start engines. So there is a lot of planning. And the committee that puts this together, they really need a round of applause.
We will make sure they get that, especially when they get down to the tent. All the Moonies look alike to me. But obviously you said there's the J model and all the way down. Are they still manufacturing Moonies?
No, Mooney stopped manufacturing in 2006, and you know, I just had issues trying to repair my airplane. It's kind of...
Wind 330 at 12.
But there are still manufacturers who can still get parts, and the Mooney is a really great airplane because it is fast and it's efficient. I can go 160 knots and burn 8.5, 9 gallons an hour.
Wow, that's great. And in our home states, Minnesota, I know that there's some mechanic shops that specifically work with Moonies. I think one's in Wilmer, one down in St. Paul. So, you know, there's shops out there, though.
Oh yeah, there's, of course, shops that will specialize. You mentioned the one in Wilmer is Oasis. Also, Don Maxwell down in Texas. He's got quite a reputation. Out in California, there's a location that actually makes parts for Moonies, and that's Laser, and they're a very good shop.
Aaron, how are we looking here? We still got elements coming in?
It looks like we are almost complete. I see tail.
Blue Cirrus Demo SR Fond-du-Lac.
Everything is
Roger, report Warbird. Expect to hold that Warbird.
right there. I've got Klinger on the ground.
Fingers on the ground, all right. Good job.
Yeah, great job.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Mooney mass arrival. They left Madison, Wisconsin, maybe 45 minutes ago. And they're heading to the north 40. And what do they do up there then, Fred, besides eat pizza and drink beer?
I think that's about it. No, I'm kidding. Of course, we have a group photo. Also, right after this, one of the most important things they do is a debriefing. In other words, what did they do right, what did they do wrong, and what do they do or need to fix for the next caravan. So they spent a lot of time analyzing, I guess in the military they call it a hot wash. And we figure out...
Tower, red and white, F1 rocket. F1 rocket, Roger, report Warbird. Expect to hold that Warbird.
One of the things
One more
that,
switching.
you know, I'm the non.
Be cautious, there's a Cirrus, blue Cirrus out there also.
Nevo's
That's 29 Hotel.
they focus on.
No idea.
They're very transparent. Discussing anything that may not have gone as planned to ensure that they analyze it.
And Mooney 2, you're on the ground now?
How we can avoid it going forward.
Mooney 2, Roger, all the way to the end, all great job. You guys look beautiful. Welcome to Oshkosh. Hope you have all a great, great week.
Oh, that's really hard to say. I can tell you that my husband's not even size. He just likes to accumulate hours. He's a fast boy. He's not fast with me, so I'm very happy with him. But he's up every weekend for several hours.